What time? TV says. One of the guys that aren't here knows. One of a safety meeting on July 26th. That means Cliff, you've got to be here. July 26th. 8 o'clock.
And the public, I know.
And we're gonna get the transportation guys here. But just one of them.
All the guys?
Yeah, just one department of each. That's all. One person of each.
That's not where I was going with that.
No, this is another thing.
Oh, all right.
I'm ahead of you. Now we can go to you.
Do you want to do the whole thing then? I just wanted to talk about what I was talking about with the compactor,
Yeah,
with a gate being open and somebody being able to fall in it.
yeah.
And said it's gotta be open with the trucks. We could put a lock on the truck. Like Wally could have one on his, that the compactor won't run unless he's all the way back in, plug it in. So the whole point is, somebody could fall in there while it's running. And if somebody's not paying attention, they're gonna get crushed.
Well, they shouldn't be leaving the switch.
Right.
They shouldn't be leaving that position. Somebody pushing that button, they shouldn't be leaving that.
I saw the gate open and I saw somebody scooping stuff in it,
Mhm.
and the feet wasn't far from the left. And if he's sweeping down the metal
Yeah,
and he catches his toe on it, ass over bandbox into the compact.
Was it running? Was the compactor running when
Yeah.
he was doing that?
Yeah,
They can't been running. It don't work like that.
yeah, it does. If it's
Somebody
cycling,
has to push that switch down for it to run. If he's pushing it down in
you
there.
push the switch and it keeps cycling.
Yeah. And then it stops. It will not come back unless you push the switch. They have to come to the right side back again.
They told me they didn't want it that way because they had to stand there and hold it. It only goes through one cycle.
It only goes one cycle. When they shove it in there, it stops.
All right.
Hit the button again, it comes back. When they put trash in it, hit the button.
So it
comes
only
back.
cycles one way.
Yes, sir.
All right, I understood it when, so it doesn't keep going.
No,
All right,
it cycles back, put the trash in it, whatever they do, hit the button, it cycles in the compact.
so if OSHA goes down there, we're good.
Yes.
They've done that.
They've been down there.
All right, as long as we're not gonna get our ass sued for negligence.
I'll tell you something, every time they go down, they're gonna find something. I said, every time they go down, they're gonna find something wrong.
Right, but
that's
as
their
long
job.
as it's not negligent.
Right, right. I mean, if they told you to do something, you don't do it, then you're in trouble.
Right, all right. Well, it's my misunderstanding the way it works then. I thought. I know when they said to stand there and hold the button. That was so, if anybody, if you trip or something, it's gonna stop. Period. Well, they were having a fit because they had to stand there and hold the button, understandably.
Mhm.
So when they said they push it, I thought it just kept cycling until they turned it off. But it turns off by itself.
Yeah.
All right. Good then.
Okay. Right.
I got some payroll sheets that I would like to see implemented, or whatever you wanna call it.
Mhm.
So that when each person fill out their own, like in the public works, Cliff has to sign, but I think I got one right here, I can show you. And basically all it is that every day it tells you what time they start, what time they stop, and the total hours, and a brief description of what they did. So that we got something to go by. I mean, my way of thinking, if somebody's getting paid hourly, then we ought to be able to, get an idea of what they're doing every hour, every day. I mean, not every minute. I don't expect you to write in detail what everything you do, but I'll just give you an example. Like today, Public Works was working on Dugway. So all they gotta do is put Dugway, fill it in with washouts. And of course Cliff, he has to keep track of all the gravel and that stuff, I know. But
Right.
you don't have to have that on there, but just accountability, I guess is what it's called.
Good documentation.
So I don't know.
What do you guys think?
I agree.
Take a motion,
Make a motion,
I'll make a motion that we start using these worksheets
second
for
it.
payroll.
all in favor?
What about when I send it to Wayne on my computer? Pretty much what I'm doing right there.
Well, if you can,
So I'll be doing it. I do it on the computer, I start away today, this tomorrow, whatever. Send it to Wayne.
Well, if you do it on a computer, just print it out.
These are just employee ones.
yeah,
You want, what buddy, what,
so buddy, fill this out, give it to you. See what I'm saying?
Oh, that's what he enters off from.
Right.
All right, yeah.
I have a question. So, for like the rec department. For time when I'm, let's just say 7, 8 o'clock at night. I'm doing emails or people start contacting me saying. This field or this is getting canceled or rescheduling this. Am I supposed to document all those times and I'm making calls and emails and stuff as well?
Well, we're gonna revisit. The director
We have to make a job description anyways.
from part-time to full-time.
So we have to do that.
I would have to say no. I don't know if these guys agree or not, but if you, let's just say it's a Monday. And you say you started work at 7 or whatever and worked until 3 or 4, whatever it is, and then you're gonna call that night. You're not gonna have to write down that, that I had a telephone call at night. Just tell a brief description of what you did that day.
Okay.
If you answered questions from somebody that. Another rec director or a coach or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I just think that. You get paid 40 hours a week. You ought to have some kind of documentation that you work 40 hours. I don't think that's asking too much, I really don't think.
Anything else? You guys got anything else?
No, not really.
I just want to touch back on something. Last week, you guys voted to switch attorney firms, correct?
That's all right.
And the term was used litigation, that now that the town has a firm that can litigate. Was that a correct statement
No.
that I heard?
No. And by the way, while you're doing that, I will make a statement. Nobody in this town is to call the attorney or contact the attorney. As somebody has. Just so there is, nobody is supposed to do it. You know that, Eric. Nobody's ever done that.
That's not, I'm not commenting on any of that. I'm just referencing the last week. I believe it was reported that somebody said that we can have an attorney that can now litigate. And I'm
Everything.
asking for clarification.
Well, it's this one
There's no
attorney
gap.
can do all aspects where, with Leah's firm, they have to go to a different person to do different things.
There's gaps in the coverage we have from the town attorney. Prior to
That's a difference.
Christine's role.
I'm not saying she was bad, it's just different.
No, just the term litigate was thrown out there, and there's only 3 reasons that the municipality would need to use the term litigate if they were going after a board or a committee, a taxpayer, or saw something that they were going after outside of that.
No.
Yeah, so when it comes to all our other stuff, you do the attorneys. The planning board is supposed to have their own attorney, correct?
Yes,
And the selectmen have their own attorney, they're separate entities, there's 2 different law firms that are required to cover this town.
Yep,
And it was my understanding that people from the planning board were also calling the selectmen
right.
lawyers, which to me is a conflict of interest. They shouldn't be doing that.
That won't happen now.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything else?
Do we have any updates on the 2021 audit?
Not yet. They're waiting for some balance, she said, today. So they can just finish it off. Well, we got a online, what do they call it? A
Webinar.
webinar tomorrow night,
That's from 4 to 7.
7:30.
7:30, yeah. Yes, that's it, 7:30.
Are we gonna do the workshop? That we missed, that didn't.
Yeah, eventually, the next 2 weeks are fairly busy, but
All right.
we'll do that, yeah. I had a conflicting thing.
Correspondence follow.
Why are you doing that? Cliff,
Yeah.
what'd the guy find on the grader?
It's fixed as far as we know. It's got a knock sensor.
Yeah.
Costs $500,
Ouch.
but it doesn't do nothing but make the light on the dash come on. He said, don't worry about it unless you wanna buy it.
Okay,
Want me to order
not right away. Unless it gets worse.
it? No, he said it's. But no, as far as I know, it's very low.
Okay. Good. Good. I might as well call on Mike too.
Oh,
Okay. What do you got, Mike?
Not much right now. I wasn't here last Tuesday, so I missed that, but get some building permits coming in. Some basic stuff, nothing really with any red flags on it right now. We're working with Leah on Pig Street. So I just sent her another message today just to follow up, you know what I mean, and what the next step is. Obviously,
Yeah.
make sure we do everything the way we're supposed to do. Short of that, I mean, there was some people, there's subdivision stuff coming up maybe, that nothing hot.
Okay.
Pretty straightforward.
Good. Mr. Fire Chief. What do you got, anything? Check it down, will you?
Every case of water.
Yeah,
Yep, this weekend was kind of busy. Sunday
Yeah.
afternoon, till Sunday night, and again, just the morning. Already been notified that they want my 407 in, how much it costs. Well, they will do this again, so it's 3 number 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're back with us again, we're gonna meet July 31st. We're at 1 o'clock with Ashley, on the first phone, which see we can't wrap that up, but now I gotta get ready for the May 22nd, 23rd storm.
Yeah.
Then on top of this one here, so a lot going on in the FEMA world.
yeah, oh, yeah, yeah, some people don't know, we did have a lot of water damage. By the time I called Cliff, he was already headed for the back road to do what he could do to slow things down, and they hit it hard, yesterday and today, they've been going right at it, so.
Oh, yeah, I got one thing to say about that.
Yeah,
If you see me in piece of equipment, I'm doing it, it's volunteer work, I'm not getting paid, so don't think I'm getting double dipping, so no.
well, you're getting paid about 5 cents a minute, or 5 cents an hour because you're slugging them.
yeah,
I know that
Do you guys want to vote for the municipal voting association? You just check it off and sign it.
yeah,
Dick, sorry, I forgot that the tax maps in town,
Mhm.
we were looking at them today. It kind of looks like there's some discrepancies on some of them. I know Wanda, we touched and talked about maybe having some new maps made up.
yeah,
She said that maybe there was a line item or something in there that
There
they were
is.
looking for a budget.
Yeah.
I just, as the town's growing and lots are getting split and so on and so forth, I think it's. Kind of important that, you know, what I mean, I don't know when we can start that, but we probably wanna do it sooner than later.
Yep, yep, if you can look into that as soon as possible.
And if I can help, just let me know with
Okay.
whatever I gotta do. But,
Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, yeah, but they voted for $10,000 for that. So,
I can do that, yeah,
right?
in pens per day.
For the chair, can you go up top?
Yeah. Yeah.
Michelle would like to talk with the board about some interviews and the expectations for that 10-hour position. An implementation committee has scheduled September 11th at 6:30. They're here in the meeting room. Since I'm on the committee, they said
Yeah, you'll be,
that I could open and close.
yep. Good. Anything else? There,
Did anybody get any clarification on the legal usage of the ARPA funds to pay the payroll overage, because it's not, wasn't considered an emergency?
I haven't heard yet, we did ask the question.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Right,
Second.
all in favor? Okay. Done.
All this goes in here.
Yep. There's that. Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you.